now, John.
Oh,
Good evening. It's September 17th, 2025, Wednesday. We're in Studio 6C tonight. It's my pleasure and my distinct honor to be speaking with Mr. John J. Jeckovich. How are you doing today?
very good, thank you.
You're looking well. You're looking well. I
Yeah.
like that new outfit. It's very nice on you. Very nice.
Bowling shirt.
That's your bowling shirt. Looks like you're going bowling, right?
Yeah, I'm bowling. Yeah, I'm bowling.
Yeah. I heard you had a special visitor today. Who came by?
Amber.
Did she keep you company?
Yeah, she slept for a while.
She slept.
Yeah.
She comes to your house to visit and she sleeps. Oh boy. Did you two do anything else?
Huh?
Did you two do anything else together?
No.
That was
She
about.
didn't stay long. She watched that kid.
Okay. All right. I understand. So everything else is going good for you, right?
What?
You're doing all right?
Yeah.
Mr. Jeckovich was from Company H, the 2nd Battalion of the 291st Regiment of the 75th Infantry Division of the U.S. Army during World War II. Mr. Jeckovich lives by the motto, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift, right?
All right.
Today is a gift. Now, we're at the crossroads. We have a lot of text messages we haven't read, or we can read your book. What do you feel up to? You feel up to answering any questions?
Yeah,
Feel
go
up to it? Okay. Mr. Jeckovich, where were you born and raised?
3063 Orleans Avenue, Niagara Falls, New York.
You were raised there too, right?
Yeah.
Did you say that was the first house that you ever had, that the bathtub was in the bathroom?
Oh, yeah.
Where was the bathroom before that?
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen, okay. What was your family life? What was your family life like before you were drafted in World War II?
Loving and caring.
Loving and caring family, yeah. Before you were drafted into the war, World War II, you had a lot of jobs as a teenage boy, and before your preteens. What type of work did you do at like 11, 12, 13, 14?
Deliver newspapers.
What kind of newspapers were
Genius
they?
Klasiski.
Okay. I take it that was a Polish newspaper?
Yeah.
How many were on your delivery route?
150.
Wow. Do you remember what streets they might have been in?
All the way from Boys Road to Hyde Park.
That's a big route.
Yeah.
How did you deliver them?
On a bike, my Black Knight.
Black Knight, wow. Is that the bike that's got like a tank and buttons you press for the horn and the light?
Yeah.
Yeah, that Black Knight wasn't a lot of money then, but they're very, very collectible today. I'm just kind of curious. Niagara Falls, New York doesn't have the best weather. Always lots of snow. How did you ride your bike in the snow?
I look for the bare spots.
Bare spots in the road?
Yeah.
I'll be damned. And how did you deliver the newspapers in the rain on your bike?
Umbrella.
Oh, wow. Did you have all nice customers on that route?
Pardon what?
Were there all nice customers you had?
They wouldn't pay.
Oh. You mean they wouldn't pay you every week for the newspaper?
No.
What did they say?
They say we paid you last week.
And then what did you have to do to finally get paid?
Yeah.
What did you have to do?
I had to go back for after all the time.
That must have been a hard job.
Yeah.
So they wanted to stiff you.
Yeah.
Wow. 11-year-old boy delivering papers in the winter getting stiffed. But those Polish people are really good cooks. Did you smell the aroma of their beautiful cooking most of the time?
Oh, yeah.
It was all pretty nice?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Did they ever invite you in?
Who?
The customers.
Oh, they invited me, but I said I'm too busy. I got a route to go.
You know, I know part of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can understand that. Did your mother subscribe to the newspaper?
Yeah.
Did she enjoy it?
I read the obituary.
Oh, okay. So the only thing your mother read was the obituaries. Before you were drafted, what were your hobbies at home?
My hobbies at home,
Yeah.
woodworking, electrical, painting, doing stuff around the house.
You were an avid reader.
Yeah. I read a lot of books in one club.
How did that book of a month club actually work? How did that?
Well, you picked the book out. If you liked it, you took it. If you didn't like it, you didn't take it.
And they delivered it to your mailbox?
Yeah.
And did you tell me at one time you had to beat your mother to the mailbox?
Yeah, because you said I'm spending too much money on books.
Ah, so she didn't like the idea.
Yeah.
So what did you have to do, hide your books?
Stick it underneath the bed.
Underneath the bed, your mother didn't find them there?
Yeah.
She didn't find them?
No.
So if you had to hide your books, I'm curious, where did you read your books
In the
at?
garage.
Oh, okay. Was it cold in the garage?
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Wow, wow. Where did you go for basic training?
basic training,
Yeah.
Owensboro, Kentucky.
And that's when you met a really nice girl, Anne Mahaney, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Anna Mae Mahaney.
Yeah. What was your initial impression of military life?
It was good, regimented. I liked it. It was good, conservative, yeah. They treat you well.
Talking about your combat experiences, where were you stationed during the war?
Europe.
Europe. At one time, you were worried that you might be getting shipped to Pacific, right?
Yeah. It
You didn't go,
happen.
right?
That didn't happen.
Or how did you ever think about going to Africa?
No.
So you were happy by going to Europe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. How did you cope with the stress and the dangers of day-to-day combat in the Battle of the Bulge?
Stay out of the cold. Keep your eyes open, your mouth shut.
Okay. Okay. How do you feel about when you learned that the atomic bomb was dropped?
That's the end of the war. We were relieved.
Relieved. What do you think would have happened if they didn't drop the atomic
There'd be a
bomb?
lot of casualties.
A lot more casualties. What was your reaction when the war ended?
Relief.
Happy?
Yeah.
How did your combat war experiences affect your life after the war?
Not too much.
Not too much. But it was interesting to say that we found some documents, because most of your documents got burned in a government building in St. Louis, but we did retrieve some. Your documents say, when the war is all said and done, you received a mustering out pay.
$300.
Yeah. The mustering out pay is the pay to give the combat veterans, to make them whole again, to go back into civilian life. They didn't give you $300 at once, right?
No, $100 a month.
$100 a month. And one of the colonels was very generous. He gave you an extra 24 bucks.
Bus fare.
Bus fare home, yeah. Mustering out pay, $300 to get your life back in shape. That's hard to believe. Did you ever stay in contact with your fellow soldiers?
No.
Did you ever run into any of them?
No.
No. Wow. That's hard to believe.
Want some popcorn, John?
No, thank you.
Popcorn? You want a coffee?
No, nothing.
Have some popcorn. No, I'm fine. Have some coffee.
No.
Have some popcorn. You want a chocolate bar?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll continue asking questions then. What advice would you give to young people today enlisting in the services?
Thank you for your service.
They're thinking about going in.
Yeah.
Would you, being that there's no wars at all going on basically, would you, a boy 18 or 19 going in, enlisting today, because the draft hasn't been on in over 50 years, enlisting today, would you recommend that the young teenage boy enlisting in the service today get his 4-year college degree first so he could go in as an officer?
Say again?
Young kids are enlisting today,
Yeah.
18 years old, high school education only. Would you recommend to these young boys enlisting that they get 4 years of college behind them first before they enlist?
Well, no, after they enlist, after they get in and they get up, they get paid for college.
Okay,
There's just reverse.
okay. But I thought if they had a 4-year degree, they'd go in as an officer and have a lot better.
Officers, come on.
No?
No,
Okay.
no.
All right, thank you. How would you view the world today, Mr. Jeckovich, compared to the world you grew up in?
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that then.
No.
Mr. Jeckovich was born in 1925. He went through the Great Depression, yes he did, and right after that he was drafted in World War II. Keep in mind it was a simpler life. Husband would do the work, bring in the income, the wife would take care of the kids and the house. It was a very simple situation. Gasoline was 9 cents a gallon. Houses were really nice houses, were $2,000 and $3,000. And cars, brand new cars, $500 and $600. So it was a much simpler life then. What are your hopes for the future generations?
Future generation,
What are your
be
hopes?
prepared.
What's that?
Be prepared.
Be prepared, okay, yeah. Do you believe the lessons that were taught by going through World War II are still relevant today?
Lessons for what?
Do you believe the lessons we learned from World War II are still relevant today?
Some of them are, some of them
Some.
are, some aren't.
What is the most important thing you want people to remember about your generation?
They were dedicated.
Dedicated.
Yeah.
Mr. Jeckovich's generation has been called many a time the greatest generation ever. And I believe that. I truly believe that. And not only that, they didn't question it. When they had to go to war, they went to war. There was no complaints. And they just did their job. It was simple as that. It was as simple as that. Mr. Jeckovich and all these guys were part of the most selfless and courageous operation in the history of humankind, yeah. Mr. Jeckovich and all these other soldiers left their home to help out complete strangers with they had nothing in common. When you got drafted and you got to Europe, you had nothing in common.
I just where they told me.
They told you to go, you did.
Oh, yeah.
So how can we be worthy of Mr. Jeckovich and all these other World War II combat vets' legacy? How can we be worthy? I know about his generation as I read his book. How many pages is that book?
Well, 849.
Big, beautiful book. One thing I found out by reading this book, we have 600 YouTubes of reading this book over and over. It's a beautiful book. The book was written. How much is it?
Not for sale.
The book is not about money. We're not playing that game. Mr. Jeckovich didn't write a book for money. He's got okay there. But the book was written to give the younger generation some ideas on how to have a simpler, more wholesome life. Have a simpler and more wholesome life. And it comes up times and times in that book, this example, where that generation were very patriotic and they had great empathy. They had great empathy for their fellow man. Empathy is the glue to civilization. Empathy is the glue to humanity. And I believe we're lacking that today in many areas. They're lacking that today. Keep in mind, 16,400,000 young boys and girls entered the war, World War II. They entered it. They were told to do something, they did it. Now, we're down to less than 4,000 World War II combat veterans. All the guys are in their hundreds, at least. And we're losing them at a rate of 200 a day. 200 a day. So here you go. Text Mr. Jeckovich any questions you like. Text him at 407-366-0000. While the window of opportunity is still open, text this true World War II veteran at 407-366-0000. Would you like me to do some reading now?
Yeah.
Okay. We're picking up the second time around in Mr. Jeckovich's book. It's titled Their Mother's Sons. Page 11, Snow Bunkers and Panzers. We watched as they fled by us. Some had thrown down their weapons and were only concerned with getting away from the oncoming infantry and the Tiger tanks. These are some of the American soldiers who were watching them all coming, and they kind of left the scene.
Yeah.
They weren't even carrying their weapons. Some of the men in the squad were taken up by the route and wanted to join them. I shouted for them to stand fast. Did they stand fast?
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was not my stern voice that constrained them, but the sight of the rest of the men around them staying put in their foxholes, that finally quieted them. So they seen all these other soldiers like you stayed put in your foxhole.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't running. They don't run.
They were panicky.
They were panicky,
Yeah.
The highway was a mass of wreckage. Almost every vehicle in a long column was destroyed or abandoned. There were American tanks, armored cars, self-propelled guns, trucks, and jeeps. Many dead GIs were sprawled among the brightly burning trucks and tanks and jeeps. In all, more than 200 vehicles have been captured or destroyed. That's a lot of vehicles, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Lape, that's Mr. Jeckovich's best friend in the service. Lape suggested we take off. Oh no. Mr. Jeckovich would never take off.
I asked him where we go.
Yeah. Lape suggested that we take off. I said nothing, but concentrated on the road ahead. A short while later, a captain from the airborne drove up and told us to pull back and make sure we took our weapons with us, because a lot of American soldiers were leaving their weapons.
Not so many. No.
But some did.
Yeah.
I nodded in acknowledgement and told Lape to pull the gun out. I was going to get the rest of the squad together. They were all perturbed at the thought of being left behind, and I assured them that we're moving out as I spoke to them. We formed up behind a group of paratroopers and started toward Bastogne, the next town. As we reached its outskirts, we're told to dig the gun and dig in some deep holes for ourselves. I want to tell someone that we're low on ammunition. That's a heavy-duty machine gun.
Yeah.
Takes many guys to operate it. Lots of ammo barrels, and you go from a couple thousand rounds a minute.
A lot of ammunition.
Out of ammunition. Not good. But there was so much confusion that I gave up the idea and concerned myself with the squad and the gun emplacement. We had no sooner gotten ourselves situated than the order came down to move out into the center of town. So you dug the holes, you got the trenches dug, you got your heavy-duty machine gun set up on a tripod, and they said, we're moving out again.
Yeah.
We're going to the center of the town. That happens a lot.
Huh? Oh yeah, that's typical Army.
Change of plans, yeah. We're moving out to the center of town. There was much confusion. We could have easily taken off and no one would have missed us. As we milled about resting, but where would you have gone?
They
they-
deserted.
Huh?
They deserted.
Yeah. Where would Lape have gone if he took off?
Huh?
If Lape took off, where would he have gone? There's no place to go. If
Well,
Lape,
they found a house someplace and hook up with somebody.
and that would have been it.
Yeah.
I gave up the idea and concerned myself with a squad and gun emplacement. We could easily have taken off and no one would have missed us. As we milled about, resting and waiting for some kind of instruction, a young second lieutenant from the 7th Armored Division came up upon us and motioned us to follow him. We scurried into the back of the 6x6 along with our gun and were driven out of town down a deserted road. After several minutes of driving, we stopped and were told to dig our gun out and make more foxholes. So you're digging all day.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Our foxholes 15 feet apart, 15 yards apart. We were part of a perimeter defense to try to hold back the onrushing German armies from taking Bastogne, the town we had just left. After the lieutenant had gone, Lape wanted to know why we're getting all the grubby details. So Lape wanted to know why you're getting all the bad details,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I asked rather disgustedly, minutes?
8.
I asked rather disgustedly if he'd rather be in the 106th right at the moment. He did not reply. I thought of Fink for a moment and how I missed his common sense and his mature judgment. Fink got killed, right?
Yeah.
I thought the opposite of Lape and how fortunate we were to be attached to a more experienced outfit rather than going it alone as a Green Division. I only had to think of the 106th and muttered to myself, there but for the grace of God go, I had sent part of the 106th back to the States for a short while. I could not see much difference between them and the 75th. They were both loaded with disgruntled ASTP and Air Corps GIs, with going after the infantry, where they're more interested in going back, getting out of the infantry and going back to soft cushion assignments. The infantry was something you wanted no part of, and you certainly did not speak of it in admiration. I was no hero, nor was I gung-ho, but I felt I had a duty to my country and to the soldiers serving with me to do my best. I could and still keep myself in one piece. By dusk that day, Wiltz was surrounded, and with darkness came an all-out assault in 3 directions. Communications with the command post was lost. Ammunition was gone, not a good situation, and few surviving tankers were numb with exhaustion. I told Lape to fire in 2 short bursts to conserve our ammo, because you ran out of ammo basically, right? Yeah. You told Lape to take that heavy-duty machine gun and just fire in 2 short bursts to save ammo. He nodded and glanced at a few remaining boxes of ammo. There was no sense in sending the ammo barrels out, as there's no ammo to be found. They were told to fire their carbines only when they had a target and conserve what ammo they had left.
Yeah.
So instead of just shooting rapidly, the instructions were, once you see a target, then you hit them. The state of complete chaos and pandemonium had all us bewildered. We did not know what to think. The greatest army in the world was in complete disarray, and we faced the prospect of eventual capture by the enemy. Were you close to being captured?
No,
No. You wouldn't want to be captured, right?
no,
Many times they just kill you, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Push the PW cap.
Yeah. A scout from the 7th Armored Division, sneaking through several enemy roadblocks, reported to the CP in town that there was no reinforcements coming. Wiltz was considered lost, and all our supplies and troops would be sent to Bastogne. Wiltz was in the 28th Division sector. Oh yeah, Wiltz was in the 28th Division sector, and it was here that the Germans made their largest gains. The left flank of the 28th was forced to withdraw to the west bank of the Orth River, and the right flank was pushed back an additional 1 to 4 miles. It was in the center of the division that any enemy made its deepest penetrations. Everywhere else, American withdrawal had been 4 to 6 miles. So they actually had you withdraw 4 to 6 miles, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Minutes, please.
Three and a half.
The weight of the 28th Division was so overwhelming that its thin defenses disintegrated and the enemy achieved a breakthrough. In the withdrawal, a wide gap was created, which the enemy pushed a great deal of armor. Enemy thrust between strong points encircled companies and destroyed or captured them one by one. There was a complete disintegration of the regiment defenses, and the 25th Division command post itself was attacked when the enemy approached Wiltz.
yeah,
Remember all that, huh?
yeah.
Many stragglers were falling back through the town, and the roads were jammed to the south and west, but no attempt was made to hold any of these men. American units were helter-skelter all along the road, and they were making little or no effort to adjust themselves to the situation or set up a local defense. We told that the German tanks and infantry were pouring in from the south along Wiltz-Bastogne Road. Many stragglers hysterically shouted out what they saw. The German tanks were wider, low-slung, and much larger than the Sherman tanks.
Yeah,
Behind the tanks came armored cars, half-tracks, and more giant tanks.
2 minutes.
Although the vehicles were marked with a black cross, and the men then wore black leather jackets. Some of the tanks carried German paratroopers, and behind them came the infantry in their white camouflage jumper uniforms. Do you remember seeing those?
yeah, yeah.
Strong columns of Volksgrenadiers backed the tanks and were sweeping away everything in their path and were fast approaching Wiltz. The command center received its final signal: withdraw from the present position if they became unattainable. So the final word was to withdraw if you're being completely overtaken, right?
Yeah,
Do you remember that like yesterday?
yeah, yeah.
What was the weather conditions like?
Cold.
Was it
Cold,
snowing most of the
snow,
time? Was it snowing most of the time?
Yeah,
1 minute.
Wow.
So
I
you,
could just,
you guys had to withdraw?
huh?
So you had to back up a ways?
Oh yeah, we were over defense. We couldn't fight off. We couldn't fight them off.
there was just too many. Then, but what changed the tide? How the Americans finally take over?
How the Americans finally take over?
Yeah.
They got the paratroopers in.
About how many thousands?
Paratroopers?
Yeah.
4 or 5 battalions.
And so that turned the tide.
Well, some of it, yeah.
And what else?
Well, we were still fighting in desperation. We were sitting there holding our hands.
Did you also get some ammo?
Huh?
Did you also get some ammo?
Well, the ammo bearers were on their own, had to get the ammo back to us.
But you finally got some good ammo, right?
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Huh?
This was a good one.
So the paratroopers really a big help. The paratroopers were a big help.
They were